running errands, and I hope that you're having a good day. A couple of things. I was going to watch Gentlewhispering's live stream last night. I had it all planned out. I was going to do that. I had to mow the yard yesterday. I had to get out, do some yard work, mow the yard, use the weed eater, do stuff like that. And I thought, well, I can do that, and I will still have time. I'll get done in time to watch it. The problem is, I had maybe 20 minutes of it left to do, and I started to get a migraine, and I have a very specific pain that I get when a migraine starts. It's very different from any headache I've ever had. And I knew then, I said, oh God, it's a migraine. And I thought, well, let me just finish this up, and then I'll go in and take something, and it'll be all right. And it just comes in waves. I will have this, I'm sorry if this thing's wobbling, I can't help it. I'll have this pain, and then it kind of backs off, and then it comes back, and it's stronger, and it backs off. And it's very specific. It's always the same. But stupid me, I thought, oh, I don't have much left to do. I'll just go ahead and finish this, because I'll have to take my shoes off to go upstairs because they're covered in grass clippings, they're dirty, and I'll have to take them off to go upstairs to my medicine cabinet to get my stuff to take for it. So I'll just finish up and then go take it. But by the time I took something, it was already so bad that I had passed the point of no return, and I had to go. I just had to go to bed, and there was just nothing else I could do. I could not watch it, and I really hated that. But I got up this morning. Last night I thought, well, I'll just watch it later, which I'm not going to have time to do because I'm at work, actually on my lunch hour running an errand right now, but I'll watch it at some point as soon as I can. But I got up this morning, and I had all these messages on Facebook from people. Mary, oh my God, Gentlewhispering mentioned you in her live stream last night. And I'm going to do what? Because I saw this at about 6 o'clock this morning. I wasn't quite awake yet. And I'm going, are you serious? I'm talking to my phone like the person who sent the message can hear. Are you serious? Oh my God. So I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I was so excited. I ran and woke both of my kids up to tell them because I wanted to tell somebody. They were not as excited as I was because they were both sound asleep and did not want to be woken up. But that was so cool. I love her. I do. She's been my favorite above everyone else forever. I mean, from the time I first discovered that ASMR had a name and that there were videos on YouTube devoted to that topic, she's been my favorite. From the first time I ever saw one of her videos, I said, right at that moment, I said, that's it. This is what I have been looking for. She's perfect. And I have loved her stuff ever since then. So, I'll tell you, if you had told me 2 years ago that this would have happened, I would have said you were out of your mind. Oh my God. So I'm really just over the moon. It's like Christmas. I just, I still don't believe it. I believe she is one of these people that if I met her in person, I would lose it. I would just lose it. I would embarrass myself so bad. I would be incoherent. It would be horrible. I don't think there are many people, famous people, that if I met them, I would not be able to maintain my composure to some extent. But I think if I ever actually met her, I don't know what I would do. I think I would probably end up crying before it was over with. It would just be so embarrassing. So, yeah, I can't say that about many people. Probably her and Jeff Goldblum are two people that if I ever met them in person, I would not be able to speak. It would be really, really embarrassing. But yeah, that's yikes. That was awesome. I was really thrilled with that. So that was one thing. That was the most exciting thing. And it's wonderful that it happened this week because I've had a very frustrating week, a difficult week at work. Not bad, but it's one of those weeks where it seems like everything you try to do becomes difficult when it shouldn't be. It's normally not difficult. That's been my week at work. every day. I mean, I know it's only Wednesday, but it feels like this week has already been a month long. So it was great to hear that, to read that when I woke up this morning. That really made my whole week. It was fantastic. So, okay, there's that. Also, something I've discovered since I've moved into this house is that the cricket situation, at least this time of year, is ridiculous. In the apartment, I didn't have to deal with that because there were no creatures found in nature anywhere near this ungodly apartment complex. There were no crickets. There was no life. It was not an issue there. But in my house, there are crickets everywhere. It's like cricket metropolis right around my house. And they invade every video I make, except videos I make in my closet. I know that's crazy, but that's why I've been making more videos of just stuff with my hands, because I can go in the closet and set up. And when you go in my closet, it's basically soundproof. You can't hear anything in there. And my son says it's because I have too many clothes and they absorb all the noise. And he might be right. But that's the only room in the house I can go to in the evenings where you can't hear those crickets. So and people were complaining about the crickets in the background. But you know what? I'm going to make a video tonight. I'm going to do a role play with Harvest that I thought of last night. And you're just going to have to deal with crickets in the background. If you want to see Harvest, you're going to have to hear some mild cricket racket, more than likely. Because I really want to do this. But anyway, I'm going to have to start doing my role plays on the weekends when I can do them earlier in the day. Because I've noticed during the day the crickets aren't active and you don't hear them. You hear them more in the evening and at night. So I can do stuff out in the open during the day and not be plagued with crickets. So I'm going to have to start doing my role plays, at least for this time of year. Big bump. Oh my God, this parking lot is medieval. I'm going to have to start doing my role plays during the day, at least until the cold weather sends the crickets back to wherever the heck it is they go when it's cold. Which kind of stinks, because I like being able to do things when I want to do them, not when the crickets dictate it. It kind of bums me out. Anyway, I'm still going to do one tonight because I really, really want to do it. I had this idea for something Harvest could do, and I'm going to do it. I don't care, crickets or no crickets. I'm not waiting until this weekend, because this weekend I'm going to be gone at least one of the 2 days this weekend. I'm going to be gone pretty much all day, and I'm not going to be able to do anything. Well, I am going to do something. I'm not going to tell you yet, unless the weather doesn't allow it. There's something I want to do, and I'm going to make a vlog at that time. I've stopped. So yeah, I'm gonna do that tonight. And another thing I was thinking about, I go through two little phases about once or twice a year. I go through this thing where, number one, I start looking around at cars. The car I have is great, but it's older. It's an older car. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just every now and then I get a hankering for a new car, and I'll start looking around at other cars and trying to get an idea of what I might like to have. I never actually act on it. I just look around online. I don't go test drive anything. But I go through that for a couple of weeks, and then I remember, oh yeah, car payments, insurance, taxes. And I'm not interested in that. So, my car is paid for. It is dependable. It runs well. I don't have any problems with it. It's very inexpensive to maintain. It gets great gas mileage. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just every now and then I want something different, but it's not practical and I'm not going to do it. And then when I get over that little spell, I start thinking about cutting my hair again. And that's kind of where I am right now. I've gotten over the car thing. I've dealt with that. I'm over that. But now I'm starting to think about cutting my hair again. And I was actually thinking about cutting it kind of short, which I've done before. It's not a new thing for me, but I was kind of thinking about getting it cut like the lady in the movie Joe Dirt. Not Joe Dirt himself. We're not talking about that. I'm not cutting my hair like his. But the lady has short blonde hair, and I really liked it. I thought it was really pretty. And I'm playing with that idea, and it always seems like when I talk about cutting my hair short, all the men say, oh, dear God, don't do it. And most of the women say, yeah, go for it. It's cute. So that's pretty much how that goes. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not. My hair grows pretty fast, so even if I did do it, it's not like it would be really short for a long time. But I'm almost tempted to call and see when Clarissa is working. She's the person who cuts my hair. And I love her because she almost never talks. And it's hilarious because she never remembers me, although she's been cutting my hair now for almost 3 years. She did actually remember me last time, but that was only because she had cut my hair maybe a week or two before, and I came in with one of my kids to get his hair cut, and she goes, oh, hey, Mary. Otherwise, she doesn't remember ever cutting my hair. So it's kind of funny, but she never talks. And I would pay extra for somebody to cut my hair and not chit-chat with me the whole time, because I'd rather just sit there and have them cut my hair and be done with it. I don't need to talk about your life or my life or any. I don't. It's not that I guess I don't care. I just want you to cut my hair. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I don't know if I have the guts to go through with it or not. And I know already that men seem to really like longer hair, and I don't know. If I did it, I guess I would be doing it for me, not for anybody else, but I haven't decided. So anyway, I'm going to do a harvest video tonight, because I just got the funniest idea for her. Well, I think it's funny. It may not actually be. I have no idea what she's going to say. With most of her videos, I have a general idea of what's going to happen, but I don't plan 90% of the dialogue or the monologue or whatever you want to call it. I don't plan it ahead of time. I just hit record and I let her talk. Kind of like with the sparkly friend. I may plan some of the more broad strokes things, but for the most part, I don't plan what she's going to say either. So I'm going to do that anyway. Just ignore the crickets. And so I'm working on that, and I have at least one role play that I want to do this weekend that I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to get out now because I've turned the car off and it's getting hot in here. It's summertime in North Carolina. I can't sit in this car for long. But I hope that you have a good day, and hopefully I will see you later on tonight.